Hello there, this is Ethan Wise, and I decided to make a quick video and share with you some tips on how I stay warm in winter. Today is January 1st, 2018, and this video comes after a few very cold days here in Minnesota. It's midwinter, and the last 2 to 3 days we had temperatures that are close to minus 20 Fahrenheit, with wind chills being close to minus 30. So I decided that, seeing many people who are cold, including myself, I decided today after I came home that I'm gonna share with everyone what I do. And these are only tips that I practice myself that I felt like sharing. And this video exists here so that you also can share with me and others what you do. So please leave a comment below and share what you do to stay warm in winter. I will start with this greeting card that I got recently in the mail. And this is tip number 1 for you. Soak your feet in hot water. You can add Epsom salt, any bath salts or essential oils to your water, or you can just keep it simple and just put hot water in a large container, soak your feet in it until they're warm, and then dry them very well. Do not let them air dry, and then put socks on to retain the heat inside. You can also take a shower or take a bath. Do the same thing, dry your body very well and then cover up. Don't let your skin dry in the air because that's only gonna make you feel colder again. And let me see what the temperature is right now. So it's 5:05 currently p.m. The temperature is -2 air temperature, and the wind chill is -17. And I will show you the actual weather map here in a second. This is the temperature gradient, and that's where I am located, still in the gray area, and the gray has been where we've been at for the last 3 days. Now hopefully the pink color will slowly start creeping in, warming this area, finally. So tip number 2 is to get your body moving. So when it's -30, stay home, don't go outside if you can, but you still want to get your body moving. So look for things to do. Lift weights, lift anything heavy, run up the stairs, run on a treadmill, do push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups. That's all awesome. Get your body pumping. And then you also want to stretch. So if you know yoga, Pilates, or any sort of stretching, do more stretching. It's very good for your body, and it will warm you up, and it will allow your blood to just reach all over your body. So that's from a scientific perspective, right? And to also remind you to breathe more and get you sweating. You don't want to sweat too much, and if you sweat, dry your sweat quickly. And from a Chinese perspective, Chinese medicine perspective, you are moving the qi and you're harnessing life force while you're moving as well and getting qi all over your body. What these things have in common is breathing. So if you don't want to exercise or stretch, you can also breathe or breathe. How do you breathe? Well, ideally you would practice Chinese forest qigong or 5-element qigong or any sort of energy and breathing exercise such as these, or Tai Chi, or simply you just sit down, take a very deep breath into your belly, and repeat that process multiple times. You should take the breath slowly on the inhale and the exhale. And if you don't want to do it on inhale and exhale, then just at least do it slowly, either on the inhale or on the exhale. Do not breathe quickly. Most of us breathe very shallow, especially when we are cold and we tense up. So you want to breathe slowly in order to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which will put you into that rest and digest mode. which will allow you to feel warmer and will allow your body to relax the muscles and let the blood reach your feet and hands, and also let your body digest all the food we will be eating when we're cold. So when you think Thanksgiving, Christmas dinner, we like to eat in winter when we're freezing, and we naturally crave things that are high in starch and high in fat. So if you're on a diet, I give myself permission to eat high nutritious and high caloric diet and foods during really, really cold days like today and the last couple days. There's a trick, however, to that. So I will get back to what you can eat, but what you need to do when you eat more starch is to add spices to your food. Spices have many, many benefits, and our ancestors knew that, whether you're looking at East Asia, China, or all the way to India, to Russia, to the Middle East, all the way to Europe, and in the US. Back then, they all traded spices. Spices were as good as money because they recognized the value of spices. And let's start with cinnamon. You want to add this to your food and drinks, because this will help you feel warmer and it will help your body regulate the blood sugar response to these foods. It also will help you mix starch and protein together. The body prefers to eat protein on its own and starch on its own, but when you combine them, you are mixing two different things that the body digests in a different manner. So you can biohack what your body does and help your body by adding spices. Cinnamon is one of them. It will help the digestion of the fats and the starches together, and it will help your blood sugar level stay in a good range. Another one is clove. Another one is cayenne pepper. Now this will stimulate your cardiovascular system and it will make you feel warm. And then nutmeg. Nutmeg has the benefit of being a mood enhancer. So by adding nutmeg, you're also getting the benefit of enhancing your mood, which many of us need in winter. Other spices include cardamom. It's a powdered seed. It has a very distinct smell, nothing else smells like it, and it tastes sweet. It's not a sugar. So by adding it to your foods, you're adding a natural sweetener that is not a sugar. Now this is starting to sound like pumpkin pie or a dessert, and yeah, you're right. It does, because our ancestors in their traditional wisdom recognized that these spices were good for wintertime. It made them warmer, it allowed them to eat all the foods they wanted to eat, and it helped them regulate the blood sugar response. So what I do in my healing practice is I love to combine the traditional wisdom with the most recent scientific research and findings and technology. There's no reason that these two cannot be brought together, just like how we are not only physical machines made out of chemicals, we are actually made out of a spirit and a soul, and we have emotions, we have a mind and a body. So if you only look at giving your body the nutrients, that's never going to be enough, because you're more than just nutrients. You're more than just a biological machine. That's my view. And this takes me to my next point. Find some time to be in gratitude when it's really cold. It's easy to go into a mentality where we're just stressed out constantly, chronically stressed, and complaining about how cold it is. But it's a perfect time, especially when you are able to stay home, to find things to be grateful for. Make that an exercise you practice. And by doing so, you will start noticing little things like hot water, like being able to enjoy hot water this way, like food, spices, right? There's a lot to be thankful for. So take the time when times are rough. That's when you need to practice gratitude even more than you normally do. So that's another tip. I also give myself permission to become creative if I am indoors. I consider that a blessing because I'm usually very busy and I'm away from home. So when I'm home, I take the time to have fun, to create, to indulge in my hobbies and art. It's important to also remember to love yourself and those around you. Loving them will make you feel warm. It will warm your heart, and it might just give you a warm body to cuddle with and be warm with in winter. Speaking of cuddling, give yourself permission to relax. Relax your mind, relax your body, stop judging yourself, and find all the things to be grateful for. By doing this, you will feel warmer and you will feel happier, which are things many people lack in the winter, especially when it's cold. And speaking of gratitude, I would like to also let you know that when the weather isn't really, really cold, it's worthwhile looking outside the window or stepping outside a little bit and noticing what winter has to offer us. There's a lot of beauty in winter, and it's unique to winter. When it comes to food, I will discuss with you a combination of foods that are traditional. Again, whether they are Western traditional, Chinese traditional, I like to combine the traditions of all of our human ancestors and bring them together. You get to decide what specifically applies to you best. But when it comes to foods, nature also cooperates, and our ancestors discovered that. There are foods that just naturally are winter foods, like yams, potatoes, sweet potatoes. Now, I prefer yams and sweet potatoes over normal potatoes. So eat a lot of yam. It's an awesome source of starch and vitamins and antioxidants. Another one, you might have guessed it, is squash. Any kind of squash you can get your hands on. Make squash foods and recipes. You also want to make soup and broth. Chinese medicine is big on making warm soup and warm bone broth. And in your soup, you would add these vegetables I just showed you. You also would add things like mushrooms, carrots, and let's see, what else would you add? Any frozen vegetables you have in the fridge, peas and greens, things like that, even spinach. You also want to add all the spices I showed you. So nutmeg, clove, cinnamon, cayenne, cardamom. In addition, you want to add fresh or ground ginger root and turmeric root as well to your diet. These are awesome. When it comes to cooking fat, I would use animal fat, so lard and things like that. Make sure the animal is healthy and has the least amount of toxins as possible. Then you can use animal fat, very healthy for your body, a great source of energy. However, if you do not have that, you could substitute with coconut oil. Coconut oil tends to be more of a cooling fat and a summertime fat, but nonetheless, you can use it because you're adding a lot of other warming things to your food that I just showed you. Olive oil is another good one, but make sure it's not diluted with any canola oil or any sort of other less good vegetable oil. Most vegetable oils are rancid and actually are bad for you. The exceptions are few, including coconut oil and olive oil. Any liquid oil is more likely to go rancid. So remember to smell your oils and recognize that rancidity smell and avoid the ones that smell rancid. When it comes to supplementation, I would add, and this is good for any time of the year, but especially when it's cold or when you're stressed out. Minerals, our bodies are electric. We need the minerals to function. You want to add fish oil or krill oil. Make sure the fish oil is a good quality that is purified, but not distilled. Alternatively, there is a vegetarian raw option for as an alternative to fish oil, and it's sole. Sole is made of 3 seeds: black cumin seed, and then black grapes and black raspberries. They get the seeds, crush them, get the oil out of them, put them in a little container like this, servings, individual serving container, and it's sealed so it stays fresh, ready for you to consume when you're ready for it. Another one is this one. It's full of chlorella and many other green goodness. It's detoxing. So it's more of a springtime type of thing, but it's also full of copper and many minerals and enzymes, which help you get your minerals, improve your enzyme production, and get enough enzymes into your body from this, which will help you digest all the foods you're going to be eating. Vitamin D3, K2, and probiotics are important. So you want to eat sauerkraut, which is also introducing cabbage to your system, and any other fermented foods, kimchi, fermented soy, and things like that. And that's about it for my tips. And now I'm looking for your tips. But before I let you go, there is one last biohacking tip that I use, and it is niacin. This is not for everyone. If you have a heart condition, if you have high blood pressure, or if you are not in tune with your body and you are not in touch with your body, avoid niacin. Niacin is B3, and it will cause a flush reaction. So you will feel heat on your skin. Sometimes it feels like burning. So you might feel it on your forehead, on your chest, your hands, your feet. Now, I'm going to take one soon because I came home before I made this video and I'm still freezing. My hands are cold. So by taking one of these, it's 100 milligrams, especially on an empty stomach, it will produce a flush reaction on your skin, which will make you feel warm very quickly. If you've experienced this in the past and it freaked you out, avoid it. But if you experience it now and you feel a flush reaction, relax. Now that it's happened, all you can do is just be with it. So take the opportunity to be with that feeling. Tune into your body. Know that it will last 5 to 15 minutes and it's going to go away on its own. Drink water if you need to. Take your clothes off if you need to. And just feel the sensation. This way you will no longer fear the sensation. And in the future, by not fearing it, you'll be able to utilize supplements like B3, which will create a flush reaction, which might just make you warm when you need it the most in the middle of winter. And you don't want to go and soak your feet in hot water or take a shower or a bath. This might do the trick for you. So one of these before bedtime will also make you feel warm. So I have a few other tricks that I will share later, or maybe in the comments below. But now it's your opportunity to tell me what you do to stay warm. There are many, many awesome tricks, some less healthier than others. I like to focus on the good stuff that's healthy for us, that is more natural. So, but share what you think is good. And I look forward to reading what you do. Thank you for watching. Stay warm and happy 2018. I wish you the best of years, and may 2018 be even better than 2017 was for you. Stay tuned to my channel. Remember to subscribe and like this video to be notified of future videos. Also look me up on Facebook. I will be making a lot more. And if you live in Minnesota, come and see me. Be looking forward to work with you. Take care. See you later. Bye.